What's up, everybody? Good morning to you. Market hasn't opened yet, and I've got some life changes going on. I'm also streaming here on Twitch, so if you want to see me day trade for the next few days, we'll do that. But I have been offered a job, so thinking about taking it. Nothing's official yet, but if that's to happen, I still have to find a way to manage the markets. So the reasons I never showed the main account uh, on YouTube was it wasn't relatable. Most people have jobs. But I put all these orders in for these swing trades on Saturday using the Friday closing print. Okay. So I think it's a little more relatable now. If you're new to the channel, just skip this one. Save yourself. Also, I don't know how the quality is going to show up. So it's just kind of a trial by fire here. Um, this is a little different. The entries and exit triggers are a little different. Now, when we do the 1% profit target, that is easy. Just set it and forget it. Should be, in my opinion, the bulk of your strategy. But I've already got that going on with the public account, and I do a little bit of it in the main account as well. But I think we're headed for a bull run. Nobody really knows, and I want to capture more of it. So I'm going to go through and just mark up some charts and maybe talk about them. I'll start at the top of the list here. Old Foot Locker. And this was Friday's print, so let's see if we can figure out how to do this. Those are text. Well, circles. Oh, shoot. That's not what I'm looking for. This maybe it'll work if I just. That'll work. I just want to see the entry. And this was my trigger. You can see we have the 30 RSI just like normal. But the thing is, when you have 30 RSI, like we had 30 RSI here and it just kept going down, right? We still had trigger here. So there is no system that's 100%. So you just got to know and understand that. And these are stocks on my universe, so I don't really care if I hang on to them for a while. You know, I didn't get the idea to name the channel Bag Holder because I like selling stuff for a loss. So um, I'm good with hanging on to this thing. And these are only small positions, so 1%. 1% of the account, no big deal, right? And I only have about 50 in the universe, so only about half the account, and we'll just sit and chill. And we'll be running this up to the 70 RSI or until we start closing back below this 20, just like what happened here. I mean, this was the time to get the hell out. So if you got in here at the worst possible time, and you got out here after the stuff starts closing down, I mean, you would have been okay. It wouldn't have been a devastating loss. But I'm not going to take loss on any of these. I'm just going to let them ride. And if you look at FinViz financials and stuff, you'll think, why in the hell is he even taking this stuff? So this is just purely technicals. Now, in the investment account, it's a whole nother story, right? I don't like that, but I guess it works. There's Apple again. You see we have the 30 RSI hit, right? And this is the emotional roller coaster that shakes everybody out because they buy it. They thought, oh, I thought it was going to new all-time highs, and it doesn't. Well, the trend line rule says when there's a break of a trend, you get a new low. And that's exactly what happened. You had a low, newer low. So now when you get to this point, anything can happen. Okay, sideways, up or down. We have our signal here to go long, so I'm only doing longs too. Just make it easier. We'll just hang on to this stuff, and just like the other account, man, it's just going to be dividends, right? If nothing sells, then we get dividends. Now, hopefully these are looking pretty similar at this point, right? It's just the same old strategy. But I figure I'd throw this out because I will be doing recap videos to show you, kind of where we got in and where we got out. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. They're not all going to work out perfect, you know what I mean? But that's that. So here's the same thing, right? You had triggers here, but you have a down, up, break of a trend, and a down. And if you want to be super fancy dancy and all that, you can draw your little lines and all that stuff, but I just like to keep it simpler. And I think if you know what to look for and you can spot this stuff, you can kind of play both sides. But you don't know with this strategy, you don't know when you're going to be selling. Okay. So that's why I like the TD Ameritrade strategy that I show newer traders, because they can just put the sell in. They don't have nothing else to worry about. It does work, and that's that. So, like I said, if you're new, just forget you ever seen this. Cracker Company, near and dear to my heart. I made a lot of money working for a cracker company. You're just starting to see the same things, right? You have a sideways move here, even though it was a gap here. You had down, break, down, make a double bottom, right? Or triple bottom, however you want to look at it now. But it's looking strong now, so it's time to get on the bus. So with these, the exits will be all after work, because if I take this job, I'm not going to trade at work. I'm going to give them an honest day's work. Cardinal Health. And there are certain things that set me off to start this, put all these trades in. Is the fact that I see the overall markets, and we'll take a look at those here in a bit. But you're seeing all the same stuff. This one kind of had a more grindy move, but it was still down, up, retested the low. All right, get your little buy signal there, and I'm really looking to close above the 20, right, with this little 5 spiking up. Doesn't get much prettier than that. ADP. This is also a pretty cool where for you guys to see which stocks are in my universe. And really, you just got to look at them once a day. It's not a big deal. Getting a similar deal here. You can see there are variations, but it's all the same move. Down, up. This is where people get trapped. This is where people go long and are like, all right, we hit the bottom, right? No, this is the bottom. Or so we think. Anything can happen. So we're prepared for both ways. But those are the swings I put on. And I just figure I would share that. We'll go ahead and save it so that way my circles stay on there. And another thing that we never talk about in the main videos is the high dividend account. And we can do that real quick. We're just chilling. I will be day trading here in a second, but we're just chilling for now. We'll take a look here at what we're talking about here. And look at this dividend yield. A high yielding account. And half of the dividends that come out go directly into my trading account. So it's compounded in the high dividend account, and then it's compounded again in the trading account, and then it goes to the investing account where half of the dividends in investing get reinvested. So it's compounded again there. And when you're doing stuff like this, you just want to make sure that it's not a stock that just always tanks. And you can see we're about where we started. There we go. Little double bottom, right? So down, up, down. You see it? You seeing how all this is playing out? So I'm excited. Hopefully this job pans out, and I'm gonna start putting 25% of my trading profits into the S&P 500 to start saving for my charitable foundation. It's something I talk about all the time, but talk is cheap, right? Money talks and the BS walks, right? So, yeah, if you want to do great things in life, you got to get off your ass and go do some stuff. So, I'll get off my ass, I guess. This is the other one. I don't think this is a huge dividend payer, but it found its way in this account just by the shape, the technicals. Yeah, it's hardly any dividend at all, but it's only a tiny position when this one came out of favor, because the ideal is when this stuff is going down, like even though this says buy, I'm not buying this stuff right now. I will let it get back up here above this 5. And then I'll just start buying away, you know. If we had a run up or something like this and we start hitting the 70 RSI, well then it's a judgment call. Is this something you just want to hang on to and keep these high dividends just rolling in? Because once you lock in a yield, as the stock price goes down, the yield goes way up. And of course the yield, especially on these super risky stocks, it's not guaranteed, right? They can cut the dividend anytime. But if you're lucky enough or smart enough to buy it near the bottom and lock in a huge yield, selling for a 5% stock gain would be pretty stupid. So just things to think about. In the investing account, I always struggle with passing this one up. This is a stock that pays out every month, and typically over super long periods of time, the stock price goes up. It's real estate. It's a REIT, okay? And but you've got your little 30 RSI deal going on, and we're above this 5. So when you're investing, you don't necessarily want to wait to close above the 20 here. You want to get as low a cost basis as you can, because you're not going to sell it, right? And typically over time, I've bought this stock when the yields are over 4%, which might not seem like very much to you. It gets taxed differently, but we're over a 6 now, and I'm doing my statements for September, and I'm pretty much thinking I'm just going to dump it all in here. You just got to understand that money is a flow. So even if it's a mistake, it's only a small mistake, because it'll pay me out in a few weeks, right? So that's a little recap I've got. I know I bought Bitcoin today. I don't have a lot of money in here, but I trade the 1 hour. And you can see 30 RSI. Ethereum's the same way, but I'm already in from back here, so I'm stuck. And then gold has been taking a dump as well, but it's on the reverse, right? And this would be a buy signal. for a swing trade, right? And then silver, similar pattern to gold, right? But all I did was I put $100 in, and then when I started making profits, I took my $100 out. So it's a free roll, just a free roll. The reason that these are in here too, though, is because they'll trade 24 hours a day. So a lot of you get a text message from your wife or husband or whatever, immediately look at it. Well, for me, I don't play that game. So I get a text message from Bitcoin. It says, hey, sell your Bitcoin, and I'll get the hell out. So that's how I roll it. I'm just a little morning ramble, but I wanted to show some of these things. I think there might be some value. I'm going to start putting more in depth on the website at night. So I know there hasn't been much on there, but I'm going to use tag words. So if the title is something along the lines of high dividend, you'll know it's the high dividend account. And if the title is a flip, you'll know it is the 1% strategy that we show every day on YouTube. And if the title is invest, you know that's the investment accounts, right? And if it's swing, you'll know it's these kind of swing trades I'm showcasing here today. Now, just remember, make your own decisions. Some of these, I did look through, some of them have kind of high PEs and all this other stuff. But basically, I'm hitting the market from every angle, right? I'm hitting it from a value perspective. I'm hitting it from a technicals, which can kind of be considered a trend follow or a momentum strategy. And and another thing, I'll be selling premium. So um, I don't know what I'll name that. Maybe premium or something like that. But I'll be selling premium on the weekends probably, and that'll expire on that Friday. So only for 1 week at a time. But it's like getting a weekly paycheck on Monday, which is pretty cool, and locks it in. And I'll also be doing that with the charity money that's in the S&P. My goal is to make $5 million for charity, and launch it. I think you need that kind of money to start one. So that's the goal. Hopefully you can take a little something away from this and grab life by the horns. We're meant to do more than just hang out. I've got the bills paid with investment income, but you only get one life to live, and you should make the most of it. So that's what I'm going to do. And then if the job thing works out, it's cool. I'll go to work for a few years, and then you'll probably start to see videos of me doing travel. But travel ain't cheap, you know what I'm saying? So, okay, got to stack some more bread. So I hope this is helpful. I hope you have a great day today. Maybe you got the day off work. It's a holiday, kind of. I screwed up. I thought Forza came out today because when I looked it up, it said midnight, but it's midnight tonight, so we'll play that tomorrow. But we'll day trade the markets here on Twitch if you're interested, and then play a little Diablo in the background just to hang out, and then enjoy the evening with the boy. So I hope y'all do well. If this is confusing, like I said, just forget about it. If you got questions, reach out. Maybe we'll try to do some more lives or something in the evening. But I really want to help some folks, and right now I don't have the $5 million for the charity, so this is how I can help. It doesn't cost me anything, but it doesn't make me anything either, so I think everybody can win. Stick to it. It's been kind of a rough September, but that's only 1 month. So if you're shook, man, I don't know if this is going to work out for you. You just got to stick to your guns, man. And if you're getting nervous or anxious, that probably means you're putting too much money in your investments. So make sure you have a big stack of cash for when life happens, because it does happen to all of us. The only difference is, are you prepared or not? So that being said, I'll just cut this off. I'm going to keep the stream going, but we'll see how the quality turns out on this. I got a $300 Walmart computer, so I don't know if it can handle this, but if it can, cool. And I'm excited to see how these swings go. Don't be looking for like updates tomorrow or nothing like that. I mean, these are going to take a while. there's a lot of whip that happens, and with my stubbornness, I'm not gonna be taking the losses and whipping out stuff. So these could take quite a while, but you got to see where they start, and maybe that'll make a little more sense when you see where they end. So have an awesome day. I'm Stop Rambling. Catch you tomorrow or after the market close. Peace out.